Hey guys! Tonight, we're traveling back to the biting cold of Viking Age Scandinavia, where winter hit so hard it could turn your beard into an ice sculpture. Before you get cozy, take a moment to like and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy hanging out in smoky longhouses with livestock. And let me know in the comments where you're listening from and what time it is for you. It's always amazing to see this community across the globe. Now, dim the lights. Maybe turn on a fan for background hum, or a space heater if you're feeling historically dishonest. And let's ease into the icy world of the Vikings. When temperatures outside dropped to absolutely not, Vikings didn't panic. They simply retreated into longhouses. Big, low buildings made of timber or turf, depending on whether you lived near trees or rocks. Inside, it was smoky, crowded, and smelled like a mix of stew, sweat, and cow breath. These longhouses were basically survival bunkers, where humans, animals, and an open fire huddled together for warmth. Privacy was a myth. Raised sleeping platforms lined the walls, stuffed with straw or moss, where entire families, and sometimes goats, slept together. Not out of love, but pure necessity. If someone's icy feet wandered over to you in the night, that wasn't scandal. It was survival. Fashion in winter was all about layers. Vikings wore wool tunics, trousers, leg wraps, and cloaks, reinforced with fur and leather. Boots were animal hide, waterproofed with fat. For the hardcore, intestines were used as primitive raincoats, because nothing says prepared for winter like wearing a cow's internal organs. Their diet was the Viking version of calorie loading. Stews bubbled with meat, root veggies, oats, and sometimes sour milk. Preserved fish, especially fermented kinds like lutefisk, was a staple. Dairy products like cheese and butter were rock-hard survival food, perfect for eating, trading, or hurling at wolves. Mead and ale helped numb both the cold and the knowledge that you lived in a smoke-filled shack with livestock for roommates. Speaking of livestock, animals were often brought inside. Cows, goats, and sheep acted as living space heaters. A cow can generate as much heat as a small campfire and doesn't need kindling. Sure, there were downsides: noise, smell, and the occasional hoof in awkward places. But Vikings knew the truth. Warmth now, dignity later. And when winter dragged on, the Vikings fought not just the cold, but the boredom. They mended clothes, carved wood, played board games, and told sagas under flickering firelight. Humor and storytelling were survival tools too. Nothing beat seasonal depression like roasting your cousin for falling in the latrine last week. During midwinter, they celebrated Yule, a festival of feasting, singing, bonfires, and sometimes animal sacrifices. It wasn't just a party. It was a defiance of darkness and an announcement to the universe that Vikings would endure. Vikings didn't just survive winter, they trained for it. Insulation came from moss, turf roofs, and thick walls. If the fire went out, you didn't complain. You pulled someone closer and muttered in Old Norse, probably. "Don't steal the fur blanket again." And while Viking homes were smoky, cramped, and smelled vaguely like a smoked sausage factory, they worked. They kept people alive through months of darkness and cold. So next time you snuggle into your warm bed, be grateful for central heating, fresh air, and the fact that your bedroom doesn't double as a cow barn. The Vikings would have traded a horned helmet for your duvet any day. Sleep well, stay warm, and remember, if your toes get cold, just find the nearest goat. sweet dreams, and good night.